Denzel Mims is the most controversial Jets player right now. So I want to set this once and for all. Do I think Denzel Mims will be a part of the Jets next year and will even be on the Jets? So Mims was a massive letdown last season, as we all know. It's a shame because we held high expectations from his solid rookie season. Now, we heard some breaking news today that Denzel Mims will work out with Zach Wilson in practice with him, I believe, in Arizona, alongside DJ Montgomery and Jeff Smith. So that was very encouraging to see because we never heard or saw any reports before. But Denzel Mims practicing with Zach Wilson. We don't see any Instagram photos of them together, so this is very encouraging. Maybe Zach reached out to him, which I sure hope he did, but I really want to answer this question right now because the draft is nearby and there's a lot of buzz about wide receiver. We tried trading for Tyreek Hill. And if we do draft a wide receiver, then what happens with, what even happens with Denzel Mims then? So I think if we draft a wide receiver, I think it's pretty much set in stone that Denzel Mims has a less than 5% chance of being a starting wide receiver and being on the Jets for the next few years. I'm going to be honest. Because if we're drafting some guy, I think he's going to get more reps in practice, and I think he's going to get more opportunity because Denzel Mims has already had a solid amount of opportunity. His rookie season, he had some opportunity. Obviously, that was under the Gase resume, but last season he had a lot of opportunity too. He did get the stomach bug during, I think, OTAs, but other than that, he was still in there during practice and training camp, and especially during the regular season. He played 11 games, and he finished with 8 catches the whole year. 8 catches in 11 games. Not impressive, and he had 80% of team snaps too. So that's really not encouraging at all, and he had a lot of opportunity, and he just didn't show up last year. And especially towards that Buffalo game, the last one of the year, Tariq Black was getting... He got the spot over Denzel Mims there, okay? It's just sad, but is there still hope for him? There is a slight bit of hope. I think he's especially motivated now, though. I will say that. I think his drive has really started to kick in. And Rich Cimini posted something on Twitter about how Denzel Mims has reportedly dropped his body fat percentage to 8%. I'll put the little screenshot right here. So this is something we've never heard before. I mean, DK Metcalf is obviously that guy that we all know for having the lowest body fat. And he just had a viral thing go, or he had something go viral about his diet and eating bags of candy each day. But I think this is very encouraging. It shows he's putting in the physical work. Now, whether it's for football, whether it's for himself, we don't know about that because when I work out, I do it for myself too. But this is definitely encouraging. Now, he definitely needs to practice more of his technique, especially when it comes to the wide receiver position. I think we all remember the video last year when the wide receivers were doing the ladder drill and Denzel Mims just did it very sloppy and lazily. So that definitely needs to be worked on, but it's very encouraging how he's going to go train with Zach Wilson, and the whole goal with Zach doing this is to gain chemistry with his players. So I think that could speak volume that maybe, hey, Zach Wilson's thinking, hey, Denzel Mims and I, we didn't really figure it out last season, even though he was in for 11 games. Let's build a connection, let's build some trust with each other. Let's go over how I want to utilize him to help me and help the team as a whole. So I think that is something very positive to look at, but I'm still concerned about his spot on the team. Now, obviously, injuries do happen, and we are an injured franchise as of lately, so there is a high chance that he could get playing time if he does make the opening day roster next year. Because right now we have Corey Davis, Elijah Moore, Braxton Berrios, and I'm guessing we're going to draft a wide receiver. I'm pretty sure it's a guarantee at this point, unless we make a blockbuster trade. But if we do make a blockbuster trade to get a number one wide receiver, if we get A.J. Brown, if we get Tyler Lockett, who's my number one guy, then I think Denzel Mims is most likely either getting traded or cut. It's just sad to say, but it's true. He's kind of the odd man out. The coaching staff doesn't really like him in comparison to the other players, if I'm just going to be honest and take it for how I see it at face value. So I think that would be the only way where he basically has no shot at being on the roster. But if we draft a guy, if we don't draft a wide receiver in round 2 or round 1, if we draft a third round wide receiver, I think there's a high chance that he could win the battle right there, just because he already knows kind of the playbook in the scheme. Now, he didn't actually know it, is what we were hearing last year, but he still knows some of the plays. It's not like he just did not take a look at all. It's not like he didn't do his homework. He knows some of the stuff there, and I think he's definitely going to refine it a lot this season. And Robert Saleh mentioned it at one of his press conferences about how second-year players tend to struggle just because They feel like they made it into the NFL. They've had some slight success in their career, so they kind of take the foot off the foot off the gas, and they start having more of a social life. And maybe that could apply to Denzel Mims. Maybe it could. So hopefully, he gets in check, and he's very motivated because I really want to see him succeed on the Jets, man. I really do. I liked what I saw from him his rookie season. He definitely has the skill set to succeed. He's the massive wingspan. He's the height. He's the weight. So I'm really hoping he does. But if I'm gonna be honest, do I see him having a role with the Jets for the next few years? I'm gonna be honest, no. And when you go to history and look at the or if you look at wide receivers from year 1 to year 2 to year 3, very rarely will you see a player that's had a similar career path to Denzel Mims have a breakout year 3. Marquise Lee is the closest, where I think he had like 400 yards his first season in the NFL, then 100 his second season, which is a letdown, and then his third year he had around 800. So that's kind of the closest comparison I have. But even at that, they're completely different receivers, at least in my opinion. Yeah, history just does not really tend to favor the current situation that Denzel Mims is kind of facing. Now, he could be the one to change it. I don't know. Because in life, if you're motivated and if you really want to do something, if you put in the work, you will get results. No matter what you think, no matter how other people think, you will get results if you put in a lot of work. So I think that's really the main shot for Denzel Mims. And he's just got to try and be Zach Wilson's best friend at this point. Just try and gain the trust of your quarterback, because it seems like that was not the case last season. Because Mims only got targeted 22 times. Now, whether that's because he wasn't getting open or Zach just didn't trust him, I don't know. I'll do a film study on it soon and eventually. But bottom line is, I don't really see Denzel Mims being here for the next 5 years. If we trade for a wide receiver, I see him getting off the roster before the 53 man selected. And yeah, that's basically what I think about this now. Thanks for watching. I am going to have some more draft content out soon. Sorry I've been slacking. I'm going to get on the grind again next week. So, yeah, I'm going to bring some draft profiles, maybe some film. We'll see what happens. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.